Welcome, everybody. Today we have Ryan. He is a student of ours. He started back in August, and within a month and a half, he was able to make over $20,000 with his brand new cleaning service. Today, he's going to introduce himself, his business, as well as some tips and tricks and kind of how to get started if you are in the shoes of wanting to start your own cleaning service. So enjoy.
You got something good going on, you and your partner. I forget his name.
Lucas.
Lucas, yeah.
Yep.
No, you guys got something good going on, and people trust you and follow you. So I think it's great. I think the biggest part that, like, if I was in your boat, that I think people struggle on is like investing in themselves, right?
Oh yeah.
And so I think that was the biggest part. I was like, all right, I don't know if I'm going to do this. Then I talked to you. I'm like, all right, it's just another guy who started something and it's going well for him. I'm like, why not me, kind of thing. So that's really how it was. I'm just going to buy the LLC, I did Booking Koala because I was like, I'm just going to pay for it.
And this is all back in August.
It was either June or July,
Okay.
but nothing started until August.
Okay, cool.
But anyways, and so like all the setup, but there was the capital investment, and I feel like that's what like switched in my brain. Because I'm sure a lot of your audience is thinking like, oh, drop shipping, FBA, doing it all. Like This is just another thing, right? But as I'm sure you have found, anyone can do something like this. It doesn't have to be house cleaning; it could be any kind of home service, and it's a pretty replicable. Like you can build the model and then go anywhere with it. And so kind of seeing that, like in the first week on just Thumbtack, we did 4,000 in revenue
in your first week.
Yeah,
wow.
we got Google reviews from friends and then imported, because at that time it was only 10. I think you can do 100 now.
Yeah.
But yeah, at that time it was only 10, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, and so I have a full-time job and I work remotely, and so I work like Central Time, and so at that time it was 2 hours, and so I would start at like 6 a.m. And there's no one else running. So the competition was low. And so I think that's what like kind of pivoted that success. But the first week I'm like, damn, all right, let's just keep this going, kind of thing. And obviously it was not like that every week. But what the struggles that I found, well, I'll go back. Like, all right, like I reached out to you, I think 2 or 3 times at the start. Like, hey, I'm having trouble with, I remember I was having trouble with Google LSA. I was like, I can't get in. And, I was like, okay. And at that point, I was like, this isn't going to work, because, those little hiccups, those hurdles are like huge at first.
In your mind, especially when you can't see the other side of it, and you're like,
exactly,
oh my goodness,
exactly.
like,
and seemingly does not matter. Like I barely do Google ads. I don't know if it's just Thumbtack's been working for us right now, and we've just kind of been hitting that hard.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what we did starting up, and yeah, no, perfect.
Yeah, so kind of fast forward, the biggest struggles in August and September was capacity. We really tried to find like the perfect cleaners, but it was like, all right, we just need to find people. And so once we got over that, because we had to stop running ads because we just didn't have the people. And so from there, we were like, all right, let's stop it we did it for the end of August. We stopped ads completely end of August, and then found cleaners, and then started in September. And September was our biggest month, and we did 20K.
Wow. So in literally 2 months, pretty much, actually not even, month and a half after starting, you did $20,000.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
impressive. Needless to say, a lot of that was, revenue, because it's all new business.
Exactly.
And as you know, the money's made in reoccurring. So, some money made, but all went back to marketing the next month. Right. So. Cool. But it's still cool.
No, that's great to hear. That's really quick. That's super impressive, and it's really cool to see that you were able to do that just from literally one phone call from me and watching some videos and figuring it out on your own. That's fantastic.
No, it's absolutely. We slowed down for sure. We actually ran into the instance of one of our larger cleaners like soliciting other houses
Oh, no.
And so we had to fire them on the spot. Thankfully, we didn't lose
Mm-hmm.
anyone reoccurring. If it was a one-time clean, we might have lost them. But um, and so that she was doing like 40 to 50 jobs a month,
Oh, wow.
and so that was like, okay, now we have to reallocate where everyone's going, making sure that how like the clients are fine with new people coming, all that,
Mm-hmm.
and so we slowed down for sure. And so we've been at a pretty steady, January, we started at around 16,000 in reoccurring. And so I wouldn't say the last 2 months we've been super heavy on running ads. Especially, I don't know if you feel this month, but so far it seems like everyone's ground running and it's expensive.
It is, yeah. No, someone else was telling us the same exact thing. And these winter months sometimes can be a little bit more difficult. And we do notice springtime, like early spring is when it starts to get picked up again and busy, and people are moving out and checking out other places and all that stuff. So, yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. But no, man, it's been good. And it's seriously like, you see people do these kind of businesses all the time and you don't think much of it, but it's like cash machine, it's insane. And I seriously, so I have a partner and he's bilingual. And so he takes care of all the cleaners, and he's been doing more client stuff recently, but the only time I spend on it is really doing like the business development. Like we're in Phoenix now. We actually just started, we found some cleaners in Vegas. And so we're doing that now. And then that's kind of how we're structuring it, is just going from city to city. But like, so growing out, like we're in Phoenix, Tucson, and Prescott, and kind of those larger areas. But yeah, I'm spending probably 5 hours a week on it.
Yeah. Huge.
And I definitely could be doing more. Again, I have a full-time job. And so it could be growing a lot faster,
Yeah. So what are your, with 16,000-ish reoccurring, right? That's what you said. What are your like profit margins looking like? Do you know?
Yeah. So, and I would show you the report, but my bookkeeper is working on it right now and getting all the 1099s.
Yeah, no, I don't need proof. Just like,
Yeah. And I can show you booking koala, but some of that is cash and everything. But so this month, so right now we're at like 18.5 in revenue this month projected, right? And most of our reoccurring, the commercial job, the biggest commercial job we have right now, we're doing around 65% profit margin. It's a mobile home, 6 properties. It's awesome. But right now we're doing around 60%, 55% in profit.
Wow.
And so we pay our cleaners around 40 to 42%. And if it's a one-time clean, we'll pay them a little more, but we charge more. Definitely. We're not the cheapest. And so we probably get more no's than, the person who's charging $50 less, but to us, it's worth it.
Yeah. 100%. That's huge. Cool, dude. Yeah. Honestly, you're killing it. I mean, it sounds like you're definitely on the right track, and it's just consistency at this point, and that's how you'll keep scaling up. I guess I would say, do you have like any advice for anyone who was in your shoes like a few months ago before you started, and they're maybe interested in starting this, but they're worried about something, or just really any advice in general for someone about to start or just starting, because you were just there, so, and now you're successful in it.
I think like pretend in the best way, know that you're not on your own, but act as if you are, because you'll get a lot more done. You will, and you'll figure it out. And the little like roadblocks or the things that set you back, you're going to look back. Like even thinking about Google LSA thing 5 months ago, I forgot about it. Not even a big deal, where that was like going to stop me from running the business. And if I let that happen, then this wouldn't be happening.
Yeah. So don't let small issues, affect your trajectory.
Exactly. And like anyone is capable of doing it. It doesn't take someone like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are. You can figure it out. And there is a formula to it. It might look different for others, but it's, anyone can do it. So
Cool. Awesome. Well, yeah, that's all the questions I had. I just wanted to get a good little update with you, and that's fantastic to hear. Sounds like everything's
Cool, man.
great on your end. So,
Yeah.
yeah.